up, Gators? I'm Jeremiah.
And I'm Daniel. Welcome back to another edition of Swamp Talk.
With the new year and new rules, the administration is enforcing new ways of keeping track of who's late to classes by setting up a table in the Commons dedicated to late students.
So be sure to get to class on time, students.
Another thing to keep in mind is the upcoming picture day on Thursday, September 8th, so be sure to dress to impress.
Speaking of impressing, let's go to Emily, who interviewed a skilled freshman cheerleader.
What's up, Gators? So, if you guys attended last Friday's football game, you might have seen a one-man stunt going on. Two participants in the stunt were Addison Oakley and Katie Kwan, both of them being varsity cheerleaders for the LOHS cheer team. I went to one of their practices and interviewed them.
Go ahead. Oh. Hi, my name is Katie. I'm a flyer.
Hi, I'm Addison Oakley, and I'm a bass at a back spot.
I've been doing cheerleading for about 4 years.
I've been doing cheerleading for 9 years.
So the first question I asked was the relationship between them. What does that look like? The trust, the friendship? Let's go to it.
Alright, we have a pretty good friendship outside of cheer, and it obviously requires a lot of trust doing what we do.
It is a lot of trust. Trust for her to not to stop on my face. And I really do trust her. I feel like her body positions are up there, and I have no fear of dropping her.
For me, I really like being high up in there. I think it's fun. It feels like I'm flying for a second, and I just squeeze and trust her. My favorite part is definitely the memories and stunting.
I really like the bond and friendships that we have, and stunting, of course.
I would definitely recommend it to people.
I would definitely recommend it. We have a great organization, and the girls on the team
and a great coach.
Amazing.
That's all I have for you today, Gators. Back to the anchors.
Thanks, Emily. Addison and cheerleaders were great last week. But let's not forget about the amazing shutout win our football team had against the Rivers Knights. Let's go over to Nicole with some more amazing footage from the blackout game.
Thanks, Nicole, for that amazing sideline footage, and congrats to the Gators for that 34-0 win. Unfortunately, yesterday's varsity football game against LOLHS was canceled due to lightning and will be rescheduled soon.
This traffic has been out of this world. Because of this, we have a big change in regards to the buses and their location for pickup after school. Starting next Tuesday, the buses will be parked on the left side of school on the side of the football field. If you don't happen to know where that is, ask the teacher and be sure to find your bus so you don't miss it.
Speaking of out of this world, let's go to Phoebe, who covered the NASA moon mission launch.
Hey Gators, in case you didn't know, NASA has been working on sending humans to the moon. The last time a human stepped foot on the moon was December of 1972, almost 50 years ago. Since then, obviously technology has improved, and this allows these new missions to be a smoother process, as well as allowing the astronauts to go farther than ever before. These missions, known as the Artemis missions, are basically the modern-day version of the Apollo missions. Artemis 1, the first of the missions, was set to launch from Kennedy Space Center on Florida's East Coast on Monday, August 29th. However, it was scrubbed or postponed because of a problem with one of the rocket's 4 engines. The launch was rescheduled to tomorrow, September 3rd, with a 2-hour launch window starting at 2:17 p.m. Artemis 1 is an uncrewed flight to the moon to test the SLS, or Space Launch System, and the Orion spacecraft together. It'll fly the same path as Artemis 2 and Artemis 3, which are going to be the manned spacecraft. Artemis 2 will not land on the moon. However, Artemis 3 will land on the moon. With the first woman and person of color, they will travel to the moon's south pole, where no human has ever stepped foot before, probably because temperatures can get up to negative 141 degrees Fahrenheit. That's pretty cold. Artemis 2 won't launch until May of 2024, and Artemis 3 won't launch until sometime in 2025, so save the date. Going back to Artemis 1, it's kind of a big deal, like Vice President Kamala Harris' big deal. She visited Kennedy Space Center on the first scheduled launch date. Also, you might be wondering, why is it called Artemis? That's kind of a weird name. Well, Artemis is actually the twin sister of Apollo and the goddess of the moon in Greek mythology. So, that's actually a perfect name. In my opinion, we're all pretty lucky to be only 3 hours away from this historical event and be able to watch it from our backyards. So, Gators, make sure to mark your calendars, stay tuned, and keep your eyes peeled for the launch tomorrow.
Time for the question of the day. Let's go to Natasha.
So if you didn't know, Monday's Labor Day, which means no school. So I asked people what they're doing for Labor Day.
For Labor Day, I'm gonna go to a trampoline park with some friends.
I got a soccer tournament going on Labor Day weekend.
So my plans for Labor Day are just to spend time with family and like grill and stuff like that.
For Labor Day, I'll be in Orlando.
I'm probably just going to be in my room the whole time.
For Labor Day, we're going to Georgia to go duck hunting.
Labor Day is my birthday, so I'm gonna getting my permit.
For this Labor Day, I will be going to the beach with my friends.
Thanks, Natasha.
For our last and final segment, let's go to Logan's National Chicken Day recipe.
What's up, Gators? September is National Chicken Month and National Honey Month. Now, I wanted to combine those together to make the perfect chicken wings in your air fryer. I will post a recipe right here for the honey sauce. And let's just get into it, because this meal was one heck of a meal.
So kind of like try to get this like a little bit, these, because they're freezed, of course. I'm going to try to put a few in here and try to put it on for a few minutes. All right, so I got our hot wings right there. It was in there for like about 3 minutes. Let's take them, toss them in there. All right, so next up is, don't be afraid to get a little bit messy here. Just easily put your wings in there. And I'm gonna turn them to 20 minutes if you like them crispy, 15 if you don't. All right, you see this right here?
All right, so that's basically it. You can enjoy this in any sauce you want, but this is a really good meal to make if you're just bored and you have nothing to eat.
Students, early release is next Wednesday, September 7th, which means we get out at 11:35 in the morning. Remember to ask your 6th period teacher what lunch they have, as you will attend their lunch. Have a great 3-day weekend, Gators.
That's all we have for today, Gators.
See you next week for another edition of Swamp Talk.